Welcome to your Week 4 Weekly Energizer. This week we're talking all things stretching. We caught up with Elizabeth Katenkamp and to learn all about stretching. I think you're going to want to learn about how we can keep you flexible, active, and most of all, healthy and race ready come race day, Thanksgiving morning. Let's get into it with Elizabeth and hear what she has to say about stretching, why it's important, and what we can do to improve. Well, we are in for such a treat. We are here with Elizabeth Katenkamp. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
So you are an expert in all things sports training. Did you know that?
I do now.
She's an expert. So actually, Elizabeth, you actually do athletic training.
Yep.
You're an athletic trainer by profession.
Correct.
And you work at a lot of different schools, correct?
Yes.
So you're working with kids and other athletes, helping them achieve their peak performance, right?
Right.
So it's either about how do we help them move to the next level, or if they're dealing with some sort of injury, how do we help get them back to baseline?
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
So our group here today is interested in stretching. So this is week 4. So folks may notice they're starting to feel a little bit stiff or tight. What are some things that, why is stretching good for us? We'll start there.
Yeah. So stretching is important because it maintains that muscle flexibility, gives you your full range of motion, and just keeps your muscles healthy and strong.
Okay, so healthy and strong is what I want to be. So what kinds of stretches are there?
All right. So there are 4 main types of stretches. We've got static stretches, which are what you're going to see most of the time. You reach down, touch your toes, hold that stretch.
Okay.
Your dynamic stretches, which is what you're going to see an athlete out on the field maybe doing before practices or before games.
Okay.
They're doing the high knees, they're doing lunges, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Movement with some stretching.
Gotcha.
Ballistic stretching, not so much anymore these days.
Ballistic sounds really scary.
That's when they would say that you bounce kind of in that stretch.
Okay.
Not really recommended these days.
Okay.
And then PNF, or proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, which is what you might see more in a clinic like this, where you're doing contract, relax, and different things.
Gotcha. So for the weekend warrior like me, and those of us who are just getting active with our Kicking It with Team Hamilton, what kind of stretches should we do? Should we do them before we exercise, during, after? When is the time to do that, Elizabeth?
So we really recommend doing your static stretches after your exercise.
Okay.
Or after 5 to 10 minutes of like warming up your muscles, whether that's a walk, a jog, whatever it looks like for you, doing those static stretches.
Now, can I do those static stretches too frequently and overdo it? Or is it they're good to do just about any time?
You can overdo it. You don't want to feel pain. You can feel a little uncomfortable, but you don't want it to feel like pain. That's when you should go see your doctor about it.
Okay. So note to self, sharp pain, we don't want that.
Correct.
All right. So we want good pain.
Yes. Good pain.
There's good pain, right? I think so. All right. So maybe let's go through a couple of the stretches that our runners or walkers might be helpful for them to help them stay flexible, strong, and ready for race day.
All right, so we're gonna start at the bottom.
Okay.
We'll look at your calves first. So your calf is this muscle back here. Can get really tight when you're running.
Yeah.
So you can do it a couple different ways. If you have steps at home, hang off the step, you'll feel a really nice stretch. You can do it, just put your foot back, kind of lean into it. You can feel that stretch in the back of your leg.
Feels good.
You also bend your knee, it'll hit the other muscle.
Ooh.
So you can also do it up against a wall or something like that.
Okay.
Get a stretch that way too.
All right,
There's a bunch
excellent.
of different ways.
So calves, check. All right, we're good to go. You got that. And we're also going to include some of the MedBridge stretches both in this email. So you'll have that in the email so you can print that out, take those with you, because I actually use those for different sorts of stretches. If I'm working on something, those are really helpful. So we'll get those out to the group. All
definitely.
right. So calves, we're set. What else?
Yes. So moving back up, we're going to go to their hamstrings.
Okay.
So there's a couple different ways you could do it.
Yeah.
If you're just standing up, you could obviously just bend over, reach and touch your toes. You feel that stretch back
I ran
there.
yesterday. I'm really sorry.
You feel it.
Yeah.
Another way, if you have a table, your bed, or anything like that, you could put your leg up and just lean forward. It kind of isolates that a little bit more.
Oh man, I need to come
Feeling
see
tight?
her. Yeah.
So just reaching forward. You want to hold that stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then obviously release it.
And is that the same for all of our stretches, about 20 to 30 seconds? Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, so calves, hamstrings, we got the back of the legs.
So now we go front of the legs,
front of the
so your
legs.
quadriceps.
Okay.
So easiest way, bend that knee, just bring that up,
Okay.
and you feel that stretch right in the front.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, what if I have a trouble standing? Is there a way that I could do this laying down to be a little safer?
If you had like a strap or a towel or anything, you just lay down on the and you can do it laying down too.
Okay.
If you can't reach your foot, use a strap or a towel or
Okay.
something like that.
There we go. So we got the quads,
Yep.
the hamstrings, the calves. Is there anything else that we want to be thinking about?
The hip flexors,
Yeah.
so the muscles right here. The best way to stretch that standing up would be to go down into like a lunge.
Okay.
So you kind of lean forward,
Okay.
you push your hips forward, and you can feel that
Oh, yeah.
muscle right there. Another way you can do it is if you're on the edge of a table or your bed at home, you could kind of just like let it hang right there.
Kind of pull the knee towards me.
Yep, pull the knee towards you, and then you're actually stretching the opposite leg.
Okay, so if I pull the right, I'm working on the left,
Yep.
left, I'm working on the right.
And like if you have somebody to help you, they can kind of push that down a little bit and get a little bit more of a stretch.
It is always good to have a buddy. So get a buddy who can help you. You can help each other out. Sometimes you need a little bit of extra persuasion. But in the PDF that we'll include, it has these stretches. It'll have a full description. It's a great thing to print out. Just stick right there with you as you're working out. After you work out on your mat or there on the floor or your bed, wherever it is that you're comfortable. So the key is just to do it, right?
Yep.
And if they have questions, Elizabeth, how could they get a hold of you?
My email address.
There we go. And so Elizabeth's in the
include
email
that.
system, and she'll be happy to answer questions. But Elizabeth, thank you so much for
You're
talking
welcome.
about stretching. So we'll be doing our stretching 20 to 30 seconds at the end of our exercises, calves, hamstrings, quads, and we'll see you ready on race day. Are you doing the race?
I'm not.
Oh, man.
I don't run.
But you'll help me stay healthy, right?
Yes.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Thanks so much. Have a good one out there. Train smart, train hard, and have fun.